Baby blues and can affect women during pregnancy or up to a year postpartum. Here to tell us more about it is Dr. Tara Harding from Simply You Wellness Clinic. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Good morning. I think this is a big topic. I think, you know, I feel like it's like 2025 year of the baby, literally. I feel like all of the Facebook postings are coming out right now, the big announcements. And so moms are just gonna, you know, prepping for the next 9 years, 9 years for sure, but 9 months, you know?
Yep.
It's a roller coaster, is it not? That's kind of what we're talking about a little bit of just mental, physical, everything.
Yes. So as you said, it's that time during pregnancy and up to a year after, and some are even saying it can be up to 2 years after too. And so we're really starting to look at this more and be proactive about it. Let's get a plan in place, perhaps even before you're pregnant or during that pregnancy, the minute that you start to feel some of those symptoms of anxiety, but also depression, OCD, irritability, anger, rage, just the fluctuation kind of happen. We don't have to live like that anymore. We know that there's things that we can look at and evaluate or plan for. If it's like your second child, third or more, and you know this happened previously, we really should get that plan in place before or as early as immediately when you know you're pregnant too, and have that plan in place for postpartum care afterwards as well. If we know there's a family history, or we know that that can kind of be a factor as well. Really, again, I can't say enough, get that team in place too, not just relying on, oh, I'll just wait till my 6-week follow-up with my OB. Sometimes that's too late. The baby blues is, yes, those first few weeks, but at any point postpartum, if these symptoms start to, you know, inhibit your ability to care for yourself.
Get up in the morning,
get up in the morning, care for your child, care for yourself, and do the day-to-day things, eating, showering. Simple things like that, we have to start taking that more serious and get a plan in place.
And I think those moms out there, and maybe if you're in pregnancy, you have read this, I'm sure you have, because you Google everything and it has to come up, right? Are you talking about like just catching it before it comes, becoming an issue type of thing? I think that's kind of what we're narrowing it down.
But the second that it sets in, we tend to wait as women, right? Like we'll just wait till, I don't know, it becomes this major issue. So sometimes it's already so bad that we can't even take that first step to make the phone call, and we really need to have others around us, our care team, watching for that, and having that team around us saying, hey, you're not okay, can I step in and help and make that appointment for you? Can we go together? I'll take you there. Sometimes it gets to that point too where they're so deep in it.
So do we take care of this then as we're pregnant?
I would, yes, I think,
right after the baby?
I think we should have a plan in place. What am I going to do if this happens? Who's my team? Who's the go-to? And don't wait 6 weeks for that follow-up. Maybe even have a 2 to 4 week follow-up set so that we can catch it if it's starting to happen. Here's what we're going to do if it does happen. Far too often I see them come in and it's that 6 to 8 week follow-up or even longer, and then they're talking about, well, I felt like this for the last 6 weeks already, and no one's been there to do anything for it.
But like we do want to emphasize too, this doesn't happen to everyone. So 1 in 5
1 in
women?
5. Yep, 1 in 5 women it happens to. We'll see it typically occur if it happened like in a first pregnancy. It might happen again. And I think just knowing the signs, and our loved ones knowing the signs too, because again, it can go that first year. So 18 months if it's happening.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time. I would not even say, you know, if you catch this happening 18 months or beyond, let's look at your hormones. Let's do an evaluation. Let's get talk therapy going. Let's have kind of those, there's Postpartum International Societies have some groups in place too, and some support groups, and they're virtual, and resources and providers that are trained in this area ready to be there for you if it does happen.
I think that's super important too. So I do want to ask you, besides like getting your team together, we know that's important or anything and everything, but what about just eating healthy? Is it like, what does that help in any way? Or like sitting down and reading a book, calming yourself down, anything of that we could do at home?
Yeah, so there's a lot to back and show that it's a hormone imbalance, but there's also that insulin resistance or the cortisol piece too that can go into it. If you have pre-existing conditions, really having those controlled going into pregnancy, or again, postpartum, having those follow-ups for your other conditions that we know you have going into pregnancy can really help with that too.
I think so. Okay, for questions, where can women go?
Yes, so simplyyouclinic.com. We have social media. I'm, of course, always out there too on social media where I was willing to just help navigate and point people in the right direction. Again, there's a whole care team. It's great. Bismarck has a great care team here of doulas and lactation consultants, and really a whole group of people, psychosocial therapy people and counselors ready to go that are trained for that.
That could be a good segment too, doctor, of just differences in midwives, doulas, and doctors, and how that could help women out.
Yes, a lot of upcoming stuff.
I'll give you another idea.
Got me an idea.
Thank you.